Hello and welcome to another edition of an English Guy Watching Wrestling. I'm the English Guy, I'm Nick. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. And before we start the video, I do apologise if you hear background noise. They're working in the building, I've only just started. So I apologise for that, but I do want to get this review done. So, with that being said, let's carry on. With this one, we're going to be reviewing the 4th of May edition 2021 of AEW Dark. And it was actually an entertaining episode of AEW Dark. So with that being said, right into it. The opening matchup was between Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Aaron Fry and Brick Aldridge. And all I'm going to say is Ricky Starks had perhaps one of the easiest nights in AEW. He didn't even get a chance to enter the ring to start this match because Powerhouse Hobbs went in and just completely brutalized his opponents to get the win after just 32 seconds. So definitely a very unique way to open the show. A 32-second squash match and a tag match. And Ricky Starks didn't even have to get in the ring. That's all I'm going to say. He just stayed on the ramp the whole time whilst Hobbs went to work. So that is it. So I can't fault the entertainment value for that kind of start. So there you go. Thumbs up for that. And next match was Diamante versus Latersh. Now, of course, these two are now veterans of AEW wrestling television, and Latersh has been fantastic to watch. Diamante is always great to watch. And even though this wasn't the longest match, Diamante showed some good stuff in this match. Legit, Latersh won the match with a cross-arm breaker at 2 minutes 37 seconds, but a short but fun match. And legit, Latersh showed a little bit of difficulty when Diamante has had some other stuff countered, so that was cool to watch too. But Latersh won the match in fairly quick fashion, shall we say, so thumbs up for that. Our next match was the Varsity Bronze versus Liam Gray and Adrian Atlantis. Now, of course, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think there's a more babyface looking and babyface in general tag team in AEW more than the Varsity Blondes against Liam Gray and Adrian Atlantis. And Varsity Bronze winning the match was a great thing. And I think, as I said, they've been the most improved tag team in AEW all year. They've been great to watch. They've been going from strength to strength to strength. And are very close to the top of the rankings in AEW television. So perhaps them and the tag team champions will happen in the future. I'll definitely be up for that. And I reckon it'll be a very good match with its, the Young Bucks that we facing more anybody else. It'll be entertaining stuff. So Varsity Bronze winning and continuing their winning momentum and winning ways has definitely been great to watch. So definite thumbs up to that. So hopefully it continues. I've been enjoying what they've been doing. The next match was SCU versus St. Patrick and Spencer Slade. And of course, SCU are the #1 contenders for the AEW Tag Team titles. And I'm not too sure when they're going to be facing the champions at some point. They'll be doing that, of course. But of course, SCU are still on the roll. And the stipulation, if they lose as a tag team, they will split as a tag team. They didn't here, of course, because tonight they have a match on Dynamite in a fatal 4-way elimination match. And SCU, as usual, very, very impressive. And they showed some very cool counter wrestling to Jason Patrick and Spencer Slade. And I will say this about Spencer Slade. I did not know this. He's actually the first deaf person to wrestle in AEW. And I did not know that until I heard Excalibur explain in commentary. He has headgear on and hearing aids inside, so the headgear protects it. But I honestly did not know that. So I can't help but absolutely love that from Jake Alexander. So Spencer Slade, my apologies. So definite, really, really cool stuff. So cool kind of seeing that kind of thing happening in wrestling. So definite thumbs up to that and thumbs up to everyone involved in this one. And this match was Big Swole versus Megan Bane making an AEW debut. And Big Swole, I think she's the beating heart of the women's division because of just how much swole she has, no pun intended. It's just how much confidence she has and just how good she is, and she's great. But not to say, Megan Bane did not give her a run for her money in her debut, because Megan Bane did, and she's not just quite a strong female competitor, to be honest, and she gave her a run for her money in this match, to be completely honest. It was fun to watch, and having that kind of challenge thrown out to Big Swole, who's perhaps the most is been on a roll in AEW in 2021, 7-0. Now, of course, went 8-0 in this match. So it was there, even though it wasn't the longest match, it was 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Big Swole was given a match here, shall we say. And Megan Bane looked entertaining in her debut, so thumbs up to that. So thumbs up to both ladies for producing a good match. Big Swole picking up the victory, so There we go. Oops, my phone started to do some trade. There we go. Next one was Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela versus Justin Law and Kit Sackett. And all I'm going to say in this one is Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela are one of the most loved tag teams in AEW. This was Joey Janela's match, and I'll say why. He was entertaining as his usual self can be, but also a bit brutal, and the poor tag team partners felt it. Inadvertently or inadvertently, I don't know, but they got a battering in this match, and it showed. And Joey Janela did a lot of hard work in this one, to be honest. Not to say Sonny Kiss did not put in the work effort, because he did. And of course, them getting the win was the right call. But Joey Janela can usually be one of those entertaining wrestlers to watch. But he was entertaining for sure, and he always is. But it was also a bit brutal in this match. I'm not sure it was entirely intentional. If it was, then wow. But there you go. So thumbs up to a surprising match. So there you go. Our next match was Kaidan King versus Julia Hart, making her AEW debut. And Kaidan King is another wrestler in the female division this year that has really, really improved. And getting more of an opportunity in AEW. And I'm glad to see it, because I do like Kaidan King. I think she's got great potential. And she did some really good stuff in this match against Julia Hart, who was definitely no slouch in her debut. I would definitely say that. Even though she was outmatched in terms of height and power-wise, because Kaidan King is legitimately the tallest competitor in the female division in AEW. But not to say that Julia Hart did not give her a chance, give her a little bit of a run for money, because she did. Even though Kingdom Falls did win the match for Kaidan King at 3 minutes and 45 seconds. My apologies. It was an entertaining match all the same, and another good example of women wrestlers getting a chance to show what they can do in AEW television, especially when making a debut. So can't fault that, to be honest. So thumbs up to both ladies for showing what they can do. So well done. And next match was Pac versus Serpentico, and this was a squash match for Pac, is all I'm going to say. And Pac win the win with the his submission move. So bad. I don't remember the submission move. Anyway, he won the submission move, and Serpentico couldn't really get out of the block in this match, to be honest. And I feel bad for him, because I do like Serpentico, but Pac getting the win in quick succession with the Brutalizer. That's his finishing move, his submission move, that is. So thumbs up to that. So there you go. And this match was The Bunny versus Leda Gray, and it was a fun match, actually. Leda Gray is not been wrestling very long, but she's got potential. But The Bunny is kind of evil in AEW, and that's the whole point of The Bunny, to be honest. She's not the most lovable person to watch in AEW as character-wise. She's supposed to be a heel, and she showed it very well, because that little thing she does, when she just tilts her head and looks into the camera, it's a bit of a psychopathic thing to do, but it's also quite entertaining to watch, to be honest. And The Bunny winning was the right call, because she's been getting more opportunities to wrestle in AEW, and I'm glad to see that. And to show what she can do, because she's a good wrestler. And Lady Gray, even though she lost the match, didn't lose anything, showed some decent stuff, but it was all The Bunny winning the match. So, there you go. I'm done. And the next match was the Acclaimed versus David Ali and Rey Morales. And the Acclaimed, whenever they come out, Max Caster is on the microphone doing a rap to diss his opponents. Not so much in this match. He came out doing a rap to say to his opponents, applaud for Anthony Bones for returning. It was such a unique thing for him to do, and I kind of enjoyed it though, because it was funny. And of course, the opponent's thinking, okay, he's back, and just gave a slow applause. But the Acclaim winning the matchup, it was all Max Caster in this match really getting most of the offense, and Bowens, and they did hit the Acclaim to fame for the victory in 2 minutes and 49 seconds. But it was entertaining to watch this one, so I enjoyed this. It was so unique and entertaining, but that's the kind of thing you like to see. So thumbs up for that, for sure. And this match was the Hughes brothers making the return to AEW Dark versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, who of course been in a role and undefeated as a tag team since they started in AEW. And of course, I enjoyed the work from Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. I both think they're very, very good. So much potential, and I think they're going to continue to grow. And they won at 3 minutes and 50 seconds, but it was mostly them in this match. The Turo brothers, certainly Hughes brothers, sorry, it gets some offensive, but Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky did show their dominance. as they continue to look very, very good. And the heel hook wins it yet again for Scorpius, guys. Something a little bit different in his arsenal to win matches with. Even though he usually hits TKO, now it's the heel hook. So added dynamic to Scorpius, guys' wrestling repertoire. Bit of a mouthful. But with that being said, he won the match. So they won the match and continue the role. So thumbs up. And the next match was, I'm going to say, one of my matches of the night. Cesar Bononi, Ryan Nemeth, and JD Drake versus Alex Reynolds, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson. And there's something about Cesar Bononi, Ryan Nemeth, and JD Drake that just works. Because obviously the pretty boy images they're putting together, and of course JD Drake kind of being thrown into it is a very unusual situation. But it's just entertaining as heck to watch. And this was also a very entertaining as heck match to watch. This was a good trios match. And as I said before, the Dark Order have been great all year. They showed it again in this match. But that's not to say that Bononi, Nemeth, and Drake didn't. They put some good stuff into this match. And it was so much fun to watch Peter Allen not get hit in the face, shall we say, and of course, get off the ring. And of course, the confusion from the Dark Order led to them hitting the fatality. But this was a good match, and I enjoyed this. A good six-man tag match, and good work rate from everybody. And they put in a good effort here, so definitely can't fault that. So thumbs up to all 6 men for producing a very good match. And then we had my match of the night. We had Dante Martin versus Danny Limelight. And when I saw this match announced, I thought, ooh, that's going to be good. And it was very good. And of course, Dante Martin has been doing these singles wrestling route, shall we say, because of the injury to his brother. And he's been shining so brightly in AEW. He's been great. Not to say Danny Limelight hasn't either. He's been very good in AEW for a lot of 2021 as well. And these two men clashed superbly. Obviously, a lot of high flying involved from both men, and they can do both that. Athleticism from both these men was first rate. The hard hitting, high offense was exactly what this kind of match was needed to be, and it showed. Both men clashed superbly. I don't know if I've ever seen these two men in a match before, but you wouldn't have guessed it. They clashed superbly. And Dante Martin picking up the win after, arguably, I said before, the best 450 splash in wrestling right now. Just under 9 minutes and a half was the right call. And as I said, this was a very, very, very good match between two terrific talents. And good back and forth wrestling. And, Dante Martin, again, is just showing how good he is even as a singles wrestler. As a tag team with Top Flight, he is phenomenal. But in this one, he was fantastic as well. So was Danny Limelight. Definite thumbs up for both of them for producing a stunning match. So really, really good stuff. Really enjoyed it. Which brought us to the main event, and a very unusual main event, shall we say, of Lance Archer versus Luther. And I wasn't expecting this to be in the main event. I'm not faulting it in that regard, I should say. But a very unusual match, and very rarely do you see Lance Archer against someone who's stronger than him, shall we say. Lance Archer, and Luther is. But Lance Archer getting the win, and very unusual ending to the match. Basically, he got a side slam on Luther to get the pin. But Fuego del Sol coming out and getting rid of Serpentico was a bit of an unusual thing happening. It's something I didn't expect, but sometimes that happens. But this was a fun and unusual main event to me, shall we say. And Lance Archer picking up the win was the right call, I think, to continue the momentum he's got. So what was a very unusual ending to what was an entertaining episode of AEW Dark. So thumbs up to everybody involved, and all eyes will be on Blood and Guts on today's episode of Dynamite. Of course, I'll be covering that soon myself. And with that being said, that is it for this review. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see everybody next time. But until that time, take care.